Now and welcome in Stacy Washington, who is host of Stacy on the Right on Sirius XM. She's also the co-chair of Project 21. Stacy, thanks for hopping on with us. Aaron and Stacy, let's talk about what we saw yesterday in the U.S. Senate. I think we all got a little bit of catharsis from Dr. Rand Paul and his exchange with Dr. Fauci. Here it is.
Studies do you have that people that have had the vaccine or have had the infection are spreading the infection? If we're not spreading the infection, isn't it just theater?
No, it's
You had
not.
the vaccine and you're wearing 2 masks. Isn't that theater?
No, that's not. Here we go again with the theater. Let's get down to the facts.
Yeah, let's get down to the facts, Stacy. Let's get down to it. You know, again, I'm so kind of just out of sorts about all the media coverage we've seen this week. But for a lot of the, the establishment, the legacy media's, storyline here was Senator scolds doctor. But, let's not forget, Dr. Rand Paul is a medical doctor as well. And he brought the receipts yesterday, Stacy.
Yeah. And so I can't stress it enough, John. He's a doctor, an actual doctor, not like, and PhDs are doctors too, but that's a doctorate of philosophy. We're talking about a medical doctor who sees patients, someone who has that background and that experience. And he's basically calling Fauci out on kind of playing the same role that Brad Pitt plays on Saturday Night Live when he dresses up as Fauci. Fauci dresses up as Fauci by putting on 2 masks when he's already been vaccinated. Instead of setting the example and saying, look, I've been vaccinated, and the reason you want to get vaccinated is because then you won't have to wear a mask. That won't change the minds of people like me. I don't plan on getting vaccinated, but it will help people who are on the fence, who are thinking, what is the benefit of my getting vaccinated? What do I get in exchange for taking this experimental use authorized shot? So there is wonder for me. I just watched the clip 2 times thinking, why can't more senators do this, number one? And number 2, why can't Fauci answer the questions? 35 plus years in bureaucracy, overseeing tons of different things. We never knew who he was until coronavirus.
That answers the question. 35 years in bureaucracy. And we're going to expand the conversation out even a little more now because Benny Johnson is standing by as well. He's joining us too. And Benny, I'm sure you saw.
Wow, look at that. Look at that hair. Look at beautiful. I wanted to do that for you, John.
Well,
okay,
I'm going to do it right back for you, all right?
Just the classic
It's swoop. Friday. We're having fun, all right?
John has good hair. We all know that.
So the meme team has finally been assembled now. This is our Friday panel, and I'm very excited about this panel. I'm glad you all are here right now.
What's going on?
So, all right.
Hey, John, I just want to let you know something.
Yes, sir.
Inaccurate photo. There's no wall behind me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Like there's no massive wall here.
Well, we're projecting towards the future in a brighter day. I mean, I don't know what the weather's like in D.C. now, but it's sunny there behind you, Benny. And we're gonna pretend like the wall's not there because someday in the future it won't be there, and we're gonna act as if for now. But for the time being, let's talk about Dr.
Like a John
Rand
Lennon
Paul.
song.
Yes. Imagine, if you will. Actually, we're going to imagine capitalism as opposed to communism, that's a love story to communism. But let's talk about Dr. Rand Paul. On a scale of 1 to 10, the ratio there, Dr. Fauci, what would you give that?
Oh, yeah, on a ratio of 1 to 10. I mean, as far as complete ownership and as far as complete wreckage, yeah, that was a 10. I mean, that was a 10 because what Dr. Paul did was actually go through what a real responsible medical doctor would do in this situation, looking at the evidence. And Rand Paul is obviously very good on this front. He's a very calm, very forward-moving person. And when he makes a diagnosis, he does it thoughtfully. I've actually, interestingly enough, been with Rand Paul during surgery. Rand Paul went down to Haiti a couple years ago and did eye surgery. And I watched him personally doing surgery on people with cataracts in their eyes. This was for missionary work. This is a man who is very careful. This is a man who is very good, and he thinks through things, and he doesn't make mistakes. And what you saw there was a diagnosis of the way that Fauci has been misrepresenting this crisis, and the way that Fauci has been misrepresenting what vaccines do. He said, "Why am I wearing all these masks if it's not for theater?" So it was really neat to see Rand Paul take the scalpel to Dr. Fauci.
Yeah, and I think Stacy was kind of alluding to this, Aaron. It was for some of us who just want to see the pushback, the draining the swamp kind of thing. This was a brief moment of that. We don't see it very often. At least we haven't for the last 50 days or so.
You're absolutely right. And you know what? To piggyback on Stacey's point a bit, the American people that I know that are conservative and like-minded and think for themselves say, I'm just going to get this vaccine because then we can go back to air quotes normal. Okay, the problem is that's not happening. How many people have to get vaccinated? And by the way, people are getting very sick from these vaccines. They're recovering, but how many people are going to have to get this vaccine and then say, wait a minute, why am I getting screamed at on an airplane for my mask slipping down? Why can I not go back to seeing my grandmother and my grandkids and traveling normally? This has to stop at some point. The people are going to revolt. Anthony Fauci just does not want to give up his power. He is drunk and intoxicated with power right now.
Stephanie, is that how you see it?
Because you're not John Kerry, Aaron. You're not John Kerry, so you can't just fly without a mask.
Yes, only John Kerry.
And I, by the way, got screamed at the other day. My mask was like right about here, you know, but John Kerry's like whooping it up without a mask.
Well, good thing, guys, that American Airlines has now investigated, and they determined it was only a brief moment that picture was shot that he wasn't wearing his mask. So while while little kids with autism are getting kicked off planes for not wearing masks, John Kerry is safe to fly. Stacey, we'll give you the last 45 seconds here.
So I just got to say that people have had it up to their necks, like Aaron said. People are well, actually, we've had it up to our noses, whether our noses are peeking out of our masks, whether our noses are inside. We've had it up to our noses with this. And, you know, I joined Benny, and I call on Benny Johnson to create new memes over the weekend that we can share, because he is the meme king, and to give us the opportunity to further mock Fauci for doing things that don't benefit Americans. And he should really feel a kind of a weight to try to do things that help us because of the role that he's in and because of the elevation that he's received. Clearly he doesn't, and I'm so glad Rand Paul smacked him down with his cool doctor self.
Well, I believe we have some special Benny memes prepared for you coming up in the next hour. We're going to go around the room here and share the memes of the week, and Benny has some good ones, so don't go anywhere, folks.
Stacey, could the John Kerry thing be that there's no mask big enough to cover his chin?
Ooh.
Could that be it?
Yes. Well, all right. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there on the physical appearance jokes. But we do have more coming up. The memes. Stacey's got some great ones too herself. And Aaron and I are just going to try to keep up. All right. Stay with us. We're going to try to get back to that first head-to-head meeting between the Biden administration and China after that tense start. We're going to try to check back in with Pete Hoekstra and Fred Fleitz after this.